Welcome everybody back to another episode of Two Fat Guys in a Dream. Of course, I am your host of the most, Truman and Scott. As always, I'm joined here by my father, Scott Steen. Scott, how are you doing?
Tell the truth. Did you have a half a second where you had to remember what show it was?
I almost said Steam vs. Machine. I did. I'll say it.
Okay. Yeah, it was just there was enough. If people didn't know you, they wouldn't have known there was a clutch there. But because I grew up with you, or you grew up with me, I guess, basically, I knew there was a clutch there. So you were at the right show.
Yep.
Two fat guys, one dream.
And
That's
a cat.
It. That's what,
two fat guys, one dream, and a cat. Special guest, the cat.
Last week you had a bottle of bourbon on your table, so you upgraded, I think.
Finished it off, so now I got a pet.
Did you toss the bourbon, did you?
Yeah, it was a little rum. I had a little
Oh, that's right.
Rum and zero calorie Coke on a.
Because we looked up the sugar content of rum and we're surprised it wasn't higher. I do remember that now.
Right? It all ferments out.
Zero or one, or very low, yeah.
Once you get flavored rums, then you're back in trouble. For all you trying to drink Malibu rum, that does have plenty of sugar in it.
Now, I wonder, like a spiced rum, like a Captain, probably okay there. I don't know what.
Yes, spiced rum's fine, silver rum's fine, but once you get into coconut rums, not fine.
Yeah, anything you're putting in a pina colada, it probably ain't gonna work too well for you.
Yeah. So, welcome everybody to another episode of Two Fat Guys in a Dream. We are here to break down what we talked about. We had challenges for yourself. I was trying to hit a PR, and you were. What were you doing? Why am I'm blanking? What was your challenge?
I was doing the walking and tracking.
Walking and tracking. Nice, gotcha. I had to hit my PR. We're gonna break down our weigh-ins. We're gonna issue new challenges. I have a call to action for both of us, but we can't get there without going over our weight loss or lack thereof this week. Scott, this week I weighed at 246. For those who are astute and doing the math at home, I gained 0.7 pounds. Just, I don't know, man. And I think this is my disconnect right now. So I'm at 246, still down 35.5 pounds. I'm 43.56% lost. I went back a percent. I think I'm just, it needs to be the biggest thing in my life again. For a long time, this show was on the forefront of my mind, and it's just not. I had a lot of things going on, and so it became not as on the forefront of my mind, and I think that has been detrimental. Of course, it's football season started. I started to get distracted. I started a new job. I had a lot of stuff. I have excuses, but this should be the forefront of my mind. This should be my goal day in and day out, and right now it isn't, and there's no excuse for that.
I don't know that that's true because, you had a major life event there you had two, you moved and then you got a new job.
Right.
And while you didn't, before you got your new job, you hated your job.
That is true.
That takes up a lot of bandwidth. If you'd have been in town hating your job that much, you probably wouldn't have had nearly the success, but you had success. You had forced success on the road.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you just had, it was much easier because it was just a grind, But then you came back to a kind of a new place and a new rhythm and everything, and I say it because it's the same excuse that I'm using. I've been out of sync since I moved, and we'll talk about my week in a minute, but I guess the question is, and this is obviously going to be the question for both of us, and you said that you'd had something going on, so you're thinking along these lines too. But what do we need to do to supercharge it? Because now, a big one for me, weather's getting colder, so my real handy outdoor walking trail is still available. But as we record this, it's Tuesday night. It's raining. It's going to be cold and rainy
all week,
and then high in the 50s when it stops raining. So. Again, doable, but man, so much so much nicer to be out there. We went out there on the Monday when it was, 86 degrees or something. It was just like,
Oh,
you knew it was over.
yeah.
Anyway.
Personally, I've been waiting for it to be over. I'm a fall girly, as they say. I just enjoy the fall. I've been ready for this type of weather. But at the same time, um, you know, it is it's it's tough because I would say, personally, the moving, the hating the job, the switching jobs, all that, they're all reasonable excuses, right?
Right.
But and they're not just excuses, they're reasons as to what's going on. It's not an excuse. But now I'm in a job that I do enjoy. And it has been an adjustment with my diet, but now I'm in a job that I enjoy. I'm settled into my house. I'm need to turn it back on, quite simply. I need to stop using it as excuses and start just focusing. I need to refocus in. It doesn't have to be the most important thing on my mind, but I think it should be something that I'm thinking about every time I don't know, not every time I eat, but because that it can become unhealthy if you're thinking about your diet every single time you eat. But it should become a conversation that I'm having with myself of, okay, here's my plan for the day. Here's how I'm going to get better today. And I'm just not doing that right now. And I need to just sit down. I need to make more plans. I need to execute.
Yeah, I find that my day goes a lot better when I plan it out, and I will even get up and plan it out hour by hour. This
Hmm.
is how long I'm going to be working on this. How long I'm going to be working on this. This is when I'm going to walk. This is when I'm going to eat. And I know, not everybody does that,
Yeah.
but and I don't do it every day. But I find my productivity is a lot better, and usually my food is better because I know what I'm going to have and all that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, better planning for sure.
It's like I started working a different job, and even at my old job when I was in the office, I would still walk around more because the office was simply bigger and I had to talk to people more and it was more collaboration, and it was walking to the other end of an office building and then walking back cuz I wanted to go talk to somebody. New office building, I mean, it's four people and so I walk down a hall, I walk one door down, I go talk to somebody, ask a question, I come back. I think I need to start doing like a walk in the middle of the day. I think I need to start hitting a little mile walk when I need to clear my mind, go walk for 20 minutes and come back in.
Where can you do that?
The street, just walk around.
Do you have decent like a parking lot or something you could do a couple laps and
Yeah, I think so. I think I could probably do that.
okay, go down the street or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to measure it out like with my car or just walk and get a measurement of it. But yeah, I just need to like if I have a moment where I'm losing focus or something, I need to go walk, clear my mind, and then walk and then come back. Get a little quick 10 to 20 minute break and then come back in.
Definitely help. It definitely helps too. There's a lot of evidence that says, you kind of release the endorphins there a little bit with a good solid workout. You kind of wake up and yeah,
Stay sharp.
it does
Yeah.
it does a lot of things other than just physical. I think it helps your mental acuity, especially if you're getting in the afternoon doldrums there. The after lunch blues or whatever.
That
So,
2:30 feeling, as 5 Hour Andrew used to describe it.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, or that 3 o'clock feel, whatever it was. But it's definitely like I can definitely tell on the days that I'm not working out when I don't wake up when I wake up at instead of waking up 5:30 and working out for an hour. And I used to when I wasn't in this zone, I used to I'd be so tired by like 3 o'clock. I'm like, dude, I'm so worn out because I woke up at 5:30 and all this stuff. Nowadays, if I don't wake up early and I'm staying up and I'm getting up at like 7:30 or 7:15, I'm rolling out of bed. I'm not as sharp. I'm not as focused. I don't have as productive as a day. It's my day gets off track. We've talked about this before, but now I'm anchored by working out and getting those juices flowing and getting just getting that adrenaline going. I need that in the morning because, especially as somebody who doesn't do caffeine, working out has just become that much more important, and I need to be doing it. But I also have to have off days, and so I've got to find ways to keep that adrenaline flowing and whatever's going on those off days. Going for a light walk or what it may be.
Right. Right. Yep. Very good.
So,
Okay.
yes. Let's talk about your week, Scott.
Yeah. Well, I've turned the lights down and I'm wearing a dark shirt. What does that tell you?
Yeah. I'm wearing white, so it's about as unflattering as it can get. That's why I have the
Yep.
black cat on my lap.
Like I say, you
Is
got a black
to look
cat over your belly, though, so that's important.
helps look slimming. Yes.
Is that the? I guess this is going to be the Halloween episode.
Yeah. Right. Well, the black cat. Black cat on the lap. This will be the episode released before Halloween. So, well, we still
Yep.
could have another episode before Halloween, but yeah, this is essentially the
Possible.
Halloween episode with the cat on the lap. So that's pretty. It's pretty nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But but you were saying.
Well, you were going to reveal how I did.
Oh, well, Scott, you also put on a pound and a half here. You gained
Mhm.
1.6. You're at 296.4 overall. Brings your total down to 27.14% lost, and you gain 1.21%.
So I had something happen this week that I haven't had to deal with. As you and I have been on this journey, and I lost a pretty close friend of mine suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just all consuming for pretty much the second half of the week, and
Reasonably, very reasonably consuming.
didn't think about food, walking. I ate shit. Didn't exercise. Just basically did I did my job and sat and kind of pondered everything. So I hadn't dealt with emotional ups and downs so much as once my life is pretty steady, even keel. Not a lot of highs and lows. It's just it's the day to day, and I didn't do great. Didn't do great, and in a time where we weren't, I wasn't necessarily rocking right along anyway. Um, that was yeah, just kind of really threw the extra anchor in there. So yeah, bad week. Wouldn't be surprised if next week's bad too, because I kind of had a bad Saturday, Sunday.
Right. We're
So
recording here
yeah,
on Tuesday. Yes.
this is Tuesday, right? So I need to get back on track and yeah, just kind of get my mind right again, man. And I think it's going to take a rededication. I think, for lack of a better term, I think I've lost my baby fat. I think the easy stuff is gone, and it's going to require more effort, more dedication. And
I'm
she's
I'm I'm feeling that the same way. Also, absolutely.
finally had enough. So yeah, and I think, and we owe it to people that have taken part uh, with us in this journey and come along for any or all of it. That you tune in this week and let's see how the fat guys have done. Oh, they've done shitty again. That's
Yeah.
I mean, it's like tuning into a gambling podcast where they never win. You're not gonna tune in very long.
Hey,
So,
if you guys are in for that, I've got a show for you.
oh man, oh my god, I had a horrible week all the way around.
Me too. Yeah.
Just just awful. So anyway, yeah. Spoiler alert. So yeah, I'm ready, and I'm mom's going out of town this week. My wife, your mother. Um, so that's always a challenge not to just run down and grab some Hardee's breakfast on Saturday morning.
Yep. Yep. I do with Pepper Jack's Grill when Tina's out of town. That's my big one.
But and I found a weekend brunch buffet place that's close to the house.
Oh God. Oh hell
Uh,
no.
gets really good reviews and all that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Dare I ask,
So
where's it at? Where's the brunch buffet at?
called Iron Horse.
I have heard of Iron Horse.
And we drove by there. They have one in Johnson County. Johnson County one doesn't do the buffet. They know their audience. They do a brunch. One out here, oh yeah, strap on the feed bag. We're buffeting it up.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of a weird deal that there's the same chain, but could be a franchise situation too. But anyway, we drove by there yesterday, and it was packed. Like on a Monday evening at 7 o'clock, it was just packed. So I'm guessing it's pretty good. So I'll have to check that out at some point.
Packed. Interesting. Okay.
Packed, I'm telling you.
I say, we're sponsored by V's brunch buffet. Essentially, this is a lot of these pounds are coming from V's
Oh my god,
brunch buffet and unlimited mimosas. So
too much good stuff there, man.
yeah,
Too much good stuff for sure.
absolutely.
Uh,
But yeah, all right. Well,
All right. So what do you got? You got some plans? You got some stuff? You said you had something. What did you say you had? You had a not a goal, but not a plan, but a
a
what
challenge?
did you say? You said you had
A
new
call to
challenge.
action. I had a call to action.
A CTA, something I use every day of my life, multiple times.
That's right. A call to
The
action.
old CTA.
Let's do.
I
Let's
thought that
use it.
jersey was
Let's save it for the
90.
challenge. What'd you say?
I thought that jersey was 97 when you were sitting down.
It is 97.
Who's 97? Dan
That's
Saliamua?
what?
Dan Saliamua?
No, that's it's Felix Anudike Uzama, the K-State guy.
You got the rookie shirt.
Yeah.
The rookie jersey, the rookie sweater.
Yeah, the guy's getting like 5 snaps a game.
I don't want to say we whiffed on another first rounder, but although I haven't seen ISO of him that much, but when I do, he looks like he's handling his own. So
yeah, I think it's an incredibly deep defensive line that I'm not that upset that he's not rotating in at. It's the same thing where people go, well, let's sign Frank Clark. I'm like, fucking, who do you want to send down for Frank Clark? Because everybody's playing very well on that defensive line.
Yeah. And,
no weak links. Yeah. So it's one of those where I'm like, damn, I wish Felix was playing more. And you see Mike Dana get a sack, George Karlaftis get a sack, Charles Omenihu get a sack. Then there's Chris Jones, and then there's you're like, I don't know where Felix is going to rotate in right now. You know?
Yeah, well, and it's nice. You think of quarterbacks having to come in and sit, and learn for a year but you don't think of that at other positions that might also be helpful if you're playing D line. And I'm assuming that he did not grow up playing football. I'm assuming he's fairly recent to the game.
Ish. I mean, he went to Lee Summit North, so he's local.
Oh, okay. So he didn't come up.
But I mean, George Karlaftis didn't have any sacks through his first 10 games, and then he had 5 sacks in a row at the end of the season. So,
right.
Okay. All that to say, let's do challenge recap. I'll save my call to action for the challenge round. It's a long-term challenge, and then we'll do short-term challenges also. Challenge recap. My challenge this week, you had challenged me to hit a personal record, a PR, as the kids say. Mm-hmm. And I just barely got it done. I'll tell you, we did 3 options. I either had hit 950 on my mile, I had to hit 29 minutes on my bike, or 1730 on my 5K. That was it. So I was struggling, man, trying to push the bike, trying to push the elliptical. The fact that I'd be on the elliptical and I'd be grinding away, and I'm like, man, I've fucking shaved 10 seconds off, and then I'd get to the end, it'd still be 17:45. And I hit 17:45, and I was like, well, there's a PR, I guess. It's just not the PR that I was aiming for, but at least I hit a PR. And then I get on the bike, and I'd be like, all right, I'm on a good pace to maybe break 29, and then I'd hit the last, I'd hit the 20-minute mark, and I'm so tired. I'm like, yeah, man, no shot. And I'd, miss it, or I would be I'd get like 30, 31. I'm like, well, shit. And then finally, Sunday, before the Chiefs game, me and my buddy, normally we try to live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And we missed Friday because Thursday night was, oh, what were we doing? We were doing something Thursday night. Oh, I was just, I'd stayed up late and so had he. So we were like, you know what? Let's skip it on Friday. Let's do it another day. So Friday got moved to Sunday and woke up Sunday morning before the Chiefs game. Worked out at 10 a.m. By the way, dedication to hitting this. 10 a.m. I hit my elliptical PR just in time. I hit 17:25 on the elliptical, so cash out.
Nice.
It was man, I pushed. It was very similar to how I felt at when I barely broke my 10-minute mile. It's you definitely know that you've pushed your body to a max. You know that you're like, if I had to do this for another minute, I think I'd throw up. So, but I hit it. 17:25, new PR. I I'm lifting a lot, and maybe that's also part of it is I'm doing a lot of lifts and I don't feel like my pants still feel like they're getting pretty loose and I'm feeling like
Now,
everything's fitting loose. It could be maybe I'm putting on some amount of muscle right now, but
if you do
but
your organized diets, your Weight Watchers, your Slim for Lives, that sort of thing, they all tell you to measure.
yeah.
Don't even fucking worry about the scale, but
Mhm.
measure, your waist, your stomach, your thigh, everywhere where you've got problem fat, and take measurements, and that gives you a much better indication about how you're really doing. Because, like you said, you build muscle. Obviously, muscle about what, twice as dense, three times as dense as fat is.
Yeah, right.
So muscle weighs a lot more. So yeah, that's definitely something, and that's a good tip. It's not necessarily something we're gonna do because it's a fucking hassle, but it's something that you could certainly benefit from, Truman. I think more than me, because you do a lot more working out than I do.
I do.
So
And I'm getting
I
stronger,
know.
I'm lifting more weight, so I'm definitely at least getting stronger, which comes with some amount of muscle mass, but you
Well, you
know,
can beat up people who give you a hard time for being fat, so that's cool.
yeah, put them
That
up,
comes in
put them
handy.
up. Yeah. I can tell I can
Um,
tell I'm getting old. I'm got it's not like carpal tunnel, but I looked up it's like radial tunnel where it's like my elbow tendon is like if I
yeah,
bend my arm for too long, I start to get
uh-huh.
like tingly at the end cuz this elbow tendon's a little inflamed.
Yeah.
So, I'm getting a little old
Uh,
now.
well, it's kind yeah, especially if you're at your desk and you're leaning,
Yep.
if you got your hands
Doing exactly what
like
I'm doing right now. Just
that,
like sitting here like this. That I can feel it
that too.
starting to cut circulation off a little bit. So,
Okay. Well, let's talk about challenges going forward.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Um,
What about your challenge? Walking?
oh no, oh terrible, no,
Yeah,
no.
we talked. Yeah, I guess we kind of already covered that. That's fair. I again, I I don't think anybody's going to criticize you about this. I don't think,
No,
and nobody should.
it. I mean, life happens, and I wish I would have been better prepared and been more conscious of letting everything get away from me. But again, at the end of the day, at the end of the week, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It
But
happened. It is what it is.
and I think still doing
Uh,
this show is still being conscious of it and still keeping it under wraps and still. I mean, that's the benefit to doing these check-ins like we do, and I'd recommend anybody is that it you will have bad weeks. It is not a straightforward thing. It will not be a perfect journey. But having these weekly check-ins, having an accountability partner, having all sorts of things, it at least when things, if I almost was like, dude, man, we got to record today. Still, it was important for us to record and for, kind of like we talked about with weigh-ins or even just like talking about what's
Accountability, man.
going on, acknowledging struggles and fixing it,
Yep,
First thing to beating a problem is admitting you have one, right?
That's right. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So I'm anxious to reload here.
Yeah. Yep.
Watching the tailless cat there.
Yeah. Yeah. This truly is a Halloween episode. We got a spooky cat here all episode. So, yep. There you go. Okay. Let's talk this week's challenges. Jesus Christ. Sorry, the Islanders got scored on twice in about 20 seconds, so that's really good.
No, that's not good.
No, not good at all. No.
Sorry, buddy.
Not particularly good. No. Sorry. Challenge round for this week. Okay. First, let's talk long-term challenge. Scott, we are 1 week officially. We are recording on Tuesday, October 24th. We are 1 week from October ending.
Mm-hmm.
With October ending comes November. November comes the biggest eating holiday of the year, Thanksgiving. My call to action, I think for sure, I think at the very least, again, we talk good, better, best goals, right? I think good goal, for sure, there is no way that we can be heavier by Thanksgiving than we are right now. That is
Okay.
We've got to do better than that.
That's the baseline.
That's a baseline, yes. Good goal. Better goal, I'm trying to decide what I want to be the better goal. Well, so Thanksgiving's late this year, right?
Yes.
It's like super late, like November 30th.
Well, let's see. The Halloween is on Tuesday, so the first would be on a Wednesday. Second would be on the Thursday.
Oh no, so it's super early this year. It's November 23rd.
You had 3 weeks to that. Yes, it's the 23rd. Correct.
Okay. So either way, on Thursday we will be 4 weeks from Thanksgiving. I think a better goal is I'm trying to decide how far I want to go. I think a better goal would be me and you to both be under our next teens. So me to be in the 230s, you to be in the 280s by Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's reasonable. That's
it's ambitious. It's it's a pound and a half a week, which is ambitious, but I think it's reasonable because we've been stagnated for so long. It isn't like we've been losing 3 pounds a week every week for the last 12 weeks. We've been, me especially, not you as much, but me especially, I've been stagnating for a little bit. That I've got 6 pounds to lose right here. I've got them. I know where they are. I haven't lost them at all. I know where they are. They're found right here. So I think that should be our really main goal, is to be in that next bracket by Thanksgiving. And I think our best goal, and this is pie in the sky, I don't know, man, maybe maybe the next 5. So then 285, 235. I think that's almost unobtainable, but I think that's fine. I think it's fine to have unobtainable goals. I think you have to. What's that cheesy thing? If you shoot for the moon, you'll at least land on the stars, or whatever.
Something like that. That doesn't sound right. Astronomically speaking, I don't believe that checks out. But
no, you should shoot for the stars and you'll land on the moon. But it doesn't matter, But
that's something where I want to be. But sure,
yep.
Point taken. If you aim high, you'll still get pretty high.
Yes. I think we try and we try to get down to 235, 285. But at the very least, I think I would love to be in the 230s by Thanksgiving, you to be in the 280s come Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving to still be, I think that would be the absolute best goal, is for after Thanksgiving, that Friday, Black Friday, when we weigh in, to be still in the black and still be under 240 and still be under 290 after Thanksgiving.
Okay. It's reasonable.
Maybe are we going to become a Thanksgiving 5K kind of people? You want to do that? Thanksgiving morning? Want to go do a 5K?
I don't think so.
Maybe we could do like a walk around the block after Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I wouldn't be against that. As long as you got decent weather,
Yep.
Totally fine with that.
All right. Okay. Cool. So there you go. So that's long-term goal setting. Let's talk short-term goals. Okay, here's a reasonable goal that I've done okay with, but I haven't been sticking to with great. Let's go here until shit, we're in this weird zone again where I'm kind of
I'm gonna set my goal and make it for like 10 days.
Yeah, I think that's what because we're recording here on Tuesday, so this will come out Thursday. So it's
So
not worth it.
next Tuesday is Halloween. That'll be the 31st. We just did this, and so Thursday. So the third would be Friday.
Okay.
That's going to be the goal that I'm shooting for.
Okay, Friday for me. Here's my goal: no soda, no beer.
Ooh, for those 10 days?
Yeah, have like a seltzer or have like a hard liquor, but limit my beer intake and no soda. I think even no diet soda, I think which is where I would really struggle, is no diet soda either.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going to set for myself.
Very good.
And
I've
you?
got one food goal and one activity goal.
Okay.
I would like to make sure I get 20 minutes of walking in every day. My goal is ultimately to get to 30, but I've been so inconsistent that that's probably ambitious for right now. I would like to do 20 minutes every day, not just average 20 minutes, but do 20 minutes every day. And then I will do no soda as well. And I will limit myself, I'm going to call it 2 servings of chips per day.
Okay.
And which is, believe it or not, that's a good thing for me. And I would ultimately, that's the hole I've got to plug, Truman. I've got to get rid of the chips.
Soda for me,
That's
chips for you. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. Because I'm trying to have enough self control to have moderation. Because there's nothing wrong with a serving of chips. Nothing really wrong as long as you adjust the rest of your diet with 2 servings. But if you're eating, stopping by and grabbing chips out of the bag and not accurately recording it, that's where I run into problems. So I'm going to make sure I measure everything and limit myself to 1 in the morning, or one in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. So
Yep.
there you go.
Okay.
And we'll see where that lands us. We'll see where that puts us.
I like it.
And again, I will be ultimately trying to get towards no chips, but I'm trying to be realistic here, and I don't want to set some ambitious thing. Well, no chips for the next 10 days, because then then if I fall off the wagon, then it starts a downward spiral. So I'm going to give myself an attainable goal and adjust at a later time.
Obtainable goals, always very key.
Well, we just talked about shooting for the stars too, but there's sometimes that works, and sometimes you have to adjust it. So
good, better, best goals again. Your shoot for the stars would be no chips, but
yes,
that's your best goals, no chips. Your better goal is 1 serving of chips, and your good goal, that your baseline here is 2 servings of chips.
Yep, 100%.
Good, better, best. Have something that is what you want to do. Would be a perfect world if I could do this, but understand that this is where would be really good if you ended up. But I also understand that still be pretty good if you were here, and that's good, better, best.
And before people poo-poo it, we're on carb restrictions. I'm around 68 carbs is my goal. 2 servings of chips is about 30. So it leaves you plenty of room to still meet your carb goal, even eating chips, as long as you don't do much else. You have to really seriously limit everything else. So anyway,
absolutely,
that's what I got.
All right, hey, that sounds good to me, man.
All right,
sounds good to me for I guess an episode. I guess that's it. Hey guys, we really appreciate everybody's here. We appreciate everybody for hanging out. Twitter, Steam Machine, Steam Roller, YouTube, Open Disaster Productions. Subscribers have gone up. a fair amount lately, and that's been really nice. Honestly, it's we're up to like 66 subscribers,
Oh,
and we
I
were at
saw
like
that.
50 like the beginning of October. So
Outstanding.
yeah, so
Outstanding.
really
Catching fire.
appreciate all that. Yeah, it's crazy growth. We appreciate all that, and we appreciate you guys
We've
for being
got
here.
day jobs. We got day jobs. Here we come. With those day jobs.
Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, guys,
2
we
million
really appreciate it. Hey,
subscribers.
if you're watching our face and you don't want to have to watch it, listen to it on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, you'd like to see our face, listen to it on YouTube. Wherever you are, make sure you're liking, subscribing, rating, telling your mom about it, putting a little sign in your front yard that says, hey, listen to Two Fat Guys in a Dream. We appreciate anything you're doing. And, uh, especially if you're
Do you
still
have a
here,
yard? You have a yard sign? If somebody wanted to like contact you, you could run them out a yard sign.
I'll make one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Contact me and
there you
I will
go.
run you out of yards. I'll make one. I'll go to the hardware store and make you one.
Outstanding. Outstanding. I'll go with you. Help pound it in. Absolutely.
There we go. All right. Uh, and hey, if you're still listening to this, you're still hanging around, you've still been listening for the show, share your journey. Feel free to text us. Feel free to comment, especially on the YouTube video. But yeah, feel free to reach out to us however you see fit, however
Yes.
you feel.
If you've gone through some of these same challenges yourself, changed jobs, moved, lost a person close to you, hit the diet doldrums. Tell us how you dealt with it and how you were successful or still a work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely. Really appreciate it. Well, that's it. Guys, we really
That's it.
appreciate you for being here. Scott, I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you being my accountability partner every week, being here to keep us on track still.
You too, my friend. It's very handy. I think I would definitely have packed it in by now. So yeah, thanks for being my motivation. I'm ready for the journey to commence again of treading
Absolutely.
water.
Absolutely. Let's stop treading water. Let's start diving deeper into the water.
Ironically, if I spent a bunch of time treading water, I'd lose a shitload of weight.
Yeah.
Very good
Right.
for you.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Need to get back into water polo. All right, guys. We appreciate you for being here. We'll see you next week.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Oh. Oh, sorry. The music was playing. Couldn't tell if it was playing or not.